Okay, so we are here with the theater director and Mr. Brett Beecham. So, what is the play this year?
It's called You Can't Take It With You.
What is special about this play?
I believe it's one of the funniest plays ever written. Maybe the greatest American comedy. 1939 Pulitzer Prize winning play. I've directed it 3 other times. I've been in it. They're my favorite playwrights. So, it's a lot of fun. So people are going to come and laugh.
When is the play this year?
We open up October 1st, and then we have performances on October 3rd and 4th.
Okay. And final question, who is your favorite child?
Oh, that's a tough one. I have 4. I guess since for the interview, it must be you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Okay.
Okay, what are your expectations for the upcoming season?
We expect to try to win every single game that we're playing in, and we want to be very competitive. Conference is going to be a tough go, but we're going to give it our best. Carlinville tournament title is within reach. We play for the championship tomorrow night. That was one of the goals, and then also we hold a tournament in October, and we'd like to win that one as well.
Now that you're in this season, how are things going for the team?
Pretty well. We're having some kids are having very good individual starts so far. We're 4-0. We've scored 22 goals and given up 0, so things are off to a great start.
Do you have any areas where you need improvement?
Always. We could always improve. We could talk a little bit more while we're on the field. We can move without the ball, for those that might know what that means, and always continue to work better as a team and move forward and progress and hopefully peak at the right time at the end of the year.
What are the goals being set for the team this year?
These boys want to repeat as regional champs. We did not win the NBC title last year where we did the 2 years before that, so we'd like to win a regional title, compete for a sectional title, and win conference as well.
Is there a life lesson that you try to instill in the players?
More importantly than winning, that's one of the things we try to teach them: to be strong young men, to fight through some adversity, make good decisions, be responsible, be respectful, and trustworthy, as well as be involved in the community.
Thank you, that's all. What are your expectations for the upcoming season?
Every year in tennis, our expectations are to just kind of play as well as we can throughout the regular season, because unlike most sports, your record in the regular season doesn't mean a whole lot. As a team, our individuals, like our #1 singles, our #1 doubles, which is Maddie Booger this year at singles, and Ashton Toole and Ann Snyder's in doubles. They need to have good wins against teams that are girls that are in the sectional, so that they can get a seed higher than them, because the ultimate goal every year is to get our girls to qualify for state. So we obviously want to compete in the conference and win as many matches as we can, but in the end, we're building everything up to October when the sectional happens.
Now that you're into your season, how are things going for the team?
We have played a tournament in Springfield, only the doubles portion. The singles got canceled. I thought our doubles teams played pretty well that day, and we are just 1-1 now. Alton beat us pretty bad on Tuesday, but we turned around last night and beat at Metro East Lutheran pretty handily. And I mean, we're showing improvement. We don't have a senior on the roster, so we're going to have our growing pains.
Are there areas that you need improvement?
Yeah, just about every area. Our girls work really hard, especially Maddie, Ann, and Ashton. They've really committed in the off season also to tennis. But I'd say our biggest need and improvement is just focusing on staying at every point, keeping balls in play, and then using our power, which all 3 of them have when it's there. Taking what the opponent gives us.
What are the goals being set for the team this year?
the main goal is to return somebody to state. Last year, Ashton and Ellen made it to state in doubles. That's the number one goal, is to play well enough at one singles and one doubles to get us a better shot at qualifying for state.
Is there a life lesson that you try to instill in your players?
Yes, in fact, it came up yesterday, and I do this with the basketball players and the tennis, and that's, we're going to lose some games, some matches, whatever. You're going to play bad from time to time. You're going to play great from time to time. If you fight for every point in tennis or every possession in basketball or whatever it is, then you can always hold your head up high. If you lose, you take something away from it. If you learn from a loss, learn from a failure, then in the end that failure was worth it. And yesterday I thought our girls learned from how poorly they played Tuesday at Alton, and all of them, all 7 girls that played yesterday, made adjustments from the way they played Tuesday to the Wednesday, and they all played so much better. It was a very proud moment for me and for them.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
What are your expectations for the upcoming season?
Well, 8th grade girls softball is just coming to an end, but for those 8th graders, my expectation for next year, coming into the high school, is to come in already knowing the practice drills and knowing what my expectations are for dress and hustle and commitment to the team.
Now that you're into the season, how are things going for your team?
They're going very well. The girls all show up to practice, ready to practice. They hustle through the drills. They show up for games, excited to play. And we have been winning and losing some, but overall, I think we've got a great bunch of girls.
Are there any life lessons you try to teach them?
Hard work pays off. Commitment to the program. I think these girls understand that I expect them that once they join our group that they are committed. And even though something better might come up, if they know if they have a practice or a game, they know that their responsibility is to show up for our program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are a very young squad. We only had 4 returns from last year, so we have 14 new teammates, and our expectations are to try to qualify for state this year, which is a very high expectation. But we went last year and watched it, and we know that we have a really good group, and it's kind of nice for a squad that don't have experience, so we can kind of mold them the way we want to. So that is our goal this year, is to make it to the state competition.
Okay, second question. What are the goals that are being set for the team?
We want to be excellent leaders within the school, first and foremost. We want to be scholar athletes. That's super important to Coach Bohannon and I. We want our team members to put their education above their athletics. And then the third thing is we just really want to have a team atmosphere. It's kind of hard sometimes when you have that many girls together, right? And Bodie, I didn't forget Bodie, and Bodie, to kind of mesh. So we always tell them that we're a dysfunctional family, and that you don't always like your family, but you have to get along. So that's important to us, that we have to promote ourselves as a family unit.
Alrighty, and last question. Can you share with us your team philosophy that helps motivate your team towards success?
Our team philosophy is pretty simple. It's just be true to yourself and be true to your team. And we ask all of our members to constantly keep that in mind, and that they are the best person to represent themselves and their team. And if they are always who they say they are, not pretending to be somebody different, then we will have the best possible outcome.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Belton Brown, and I'm we're doing a segment on interviewing coaches and just seeing what their coaching techniques and stuff are like and stuff. We're here with Mr. Jacobs, the football coach here at the high school. And we were just wondering if we could ask you a couple questions.
Absolutely. Fire away.
So we can go with the first question. Okay. So my first question to you would be, who or what was your biggest inspiration growing up?
Well, I mean, it was coaches. I came from a split home, so and got involved in athletics at an early age, and really the coaches that I had were father figures, and you know, I was a three-sport athlete. That really kind of enticed me to get into coaching.
So it was more of a coach thing as opposed to like a selecting thing.
Oh yeah, yes. I had some very good coaches. I'm from a small town and had an excellent high school basketball coach and a football coach that's in the Hall of Fame. And it really inspired me. I went and played sports in college, and that's where God called me to go.
How different would your life be if you weren't a coach?
I don't know what else I would do. I mean, I just love coaching, and you know, when your passion lines up with God's will for your life, it's pretty fun. And, you know, I'm blessed to be a coach, and it's taken me many places across the country, taken me to Europe, just provided so many opportunities with publications. But the main thing is just the relationships that you get and that you build with kids and parents and communities. I mean, this is our sixth stop, so I mean, there's a lot of people and communities, and just been blessed with opportunities to build programs, and I'm definitely excited about what we're doing here in Jersey.
My next question to you would be, is there a go-to thing you use to pump the team up, or like a philosophy that you try to push on?
Yeah, I mean, we do a lot of things, and every team's different. Some teams don't need to be motivated; they are self-motivated, and other teams need it. And so, part of our job as coaches is to find the pulse and what we need. You know, so like I said, every team's different, and if you have good senior leaders that are motivated and do the right things, that kind of follows. But if you don't, then the coaches need to lead it. So, you know, this is my 29th year of coaching, so there's a lot of experience that I have with different kinds of groups. So, you know, you got to go to whatever works, you know, to be honest with you. And you know, this year is challenging. We actually have some younger guys that are really stepping up to lead, and we use the phrase that leadership does not have an age. You don't have to be a senior to lead. So, you know, it just depends on the group that you have.
But you feel good about the group?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I love our guys. I love our kids. And you know, this is my 5th year here, so all the kids are all mine. You know, and they're program kids now, and they know what to expect. And we've had, you know, a lot of success the last 3 years, and getting to the playoffs and turning out some kids to go play in college, and the community is really behind it. Our administration is behind it, and I absolutely love it here. The kids that we have, and the expectations have raised since we've gotten here, and that's where we want it to be. We want high expectations, so that's what we've been working for.
What are you looking forward to in the upcoming season?
We have a really young team, so really getting better each week. You know, we're starting, I think, 4 sophomores on offense and 4 juniors, so we're pretty young there. Defensively, you know, we have a new defensive coordinator. We have a couple new coaches, so the fun, challenging part is kind of putting it all together. But each week's different, so we really thrive on getting better each week and improving. We watch a lot of film together, and just watching the kids grow, both physically and you know, and on the field, mentally, just becoming better, and just, you know, trying to win each week, and really, you know, we use the phrase "we have a game," which means, you know, they have to play us, and sometimes the opponent is us. You know, if the kids are going to a game, they don't believe they can win, and that's the biggest thing, is getting them to believe that we can win, and letting them trust the technique that we're teaching them in practice, and seeing that on film, and just watching everything kind of grow together is really fun and rewarding.
All right, well, I think that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
and I wish you luck in all the games.
Thanks.